Hello everyone, happy weekend. I hope you're good, because I am good. So we just concluded the third week of the month, and our usual pep talk on what news events. Before that, let's give thanks to the Lord for the previous week that just ended, and hopefully a new week, a new blessings. So a little pep talk on what news events affected price for the previous week, and the news events I will be looking out for the new week. So the previous week was Fomc week. So Monday I was not looking at any dollar related pairs. On Monday, Tuesday I was only interested in Wednesday after the news events. That's Fomc economical projects and Fomc statements, Fomc press conference, and JPY had bank holiday on Wednesday as well. So I was only active on the charts for Thursday and Friday. There was news on Thursday as well. There was news on pound, AUD, USD, JPY. So now for the new week, what am I expecting for the new week? So for the new week, we have news on Monday for Euro. So there's no important news for USD for the dollar. So the only important news for pound we have on Wednesday, CPI for pound, and we have some other news for Euro on Monday, and for pound as well, and USD too. So I'll be watching price on Monday, then Tuesday I might look for something, Wednesday and Thursday. So I'll be active on the chart from Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. I'll do no trading on Friday. So Monday I will see what they want to do with all these news events on Euro, pound and USD as well. So without further ado, let's hop on the charts and see what price did for the previous week that just ended. So this is the dollar time frame. So this is the dollar chart, US dollar index. So this chart represents the dollar. You can see here DXYD. D stands for daily. So each candle in this time frame represents a day worth of trading. So now for the previous week, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Remember how dollar swept November low with the second week of trading for March? That's this one here. Third week of trading for March. You can see how price swept November low. Now what happened next? DX dollar found support inside the fair value gap from the weekly time frame. Let me head there so you see clearly. So this candle's high, this candle's low represented the fair value gap. See the way price dipped in and found support and closed above. You can see this huge fair value gap in the weekly time frame. So what do you think next week will do for dollar? Up or down? So this is the daily time frame, and you can see Wednesday found support inside the fair value gap from the weekly time frame. Thursday expanded, Friday expanded as well. Okay, look here. There's a fair value gap right here. This candle's high and this candle's low. This candle's high and this candle's low. So dollar was using here as support, right? To go where? Next fair value gap, and there was this high right here. This high is here. So dollar was bullish from Wednesday to Friday. So if the dollar was bullish from Wednesday to Friday, pound dollar would be what? Bearish from Wednesday to Friday. Euro dollar would be what? Bearish from Wednesday to Friday. Gold, Bitcoin. So the dollar was bullish from Wednesday to Friday for the previous week that just ended, and you can see there's a huge fair value gap right here, and there's December low the dollar violated, traded through. So with the new week, I want to see what dollar will do with this fair value gap. If we're going to use this fair value gap as support to go higher, I think dollar might try and rebalance this inefficiency, this fair value gap, this huge fair value gap right here. Let me put something so y'all can see this. So this is the midpoint of the huge gap. So I want to see price maybe reaching the midpoint or find resistance at the lower half, then trade lower, because we are indeed bearish on the dollar. So this might be a retracement to go up. This might be a retracement to go higher then go lower, or it might be a reversal to go higher and take out these highs and this filling all these fair value gaps. So how price will treat this fair value gap from the next week, from the new week price action, then I would know if the dollar has gained its bullish momentum back, or this is just a retracement to something like this, retracement to go lower, right? So we'll see. This fair value gap here will be my main point of interest for the dollar. If we are going to use it as support to go higher, then if we are coming back, I want to use it, I want to see dollar use it as a resistance to go lower. Yeah, okay, let's head down to the 4-hour time frame and see what the dollar did. There's a bunch of right up there. So this is the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, how price found support inside the fair value gap from the weekly time frame. Yeah, then found support again inside this huge 4-hour fair value gap. Yeah, before taking out the previous week high, dollar opened up, traded lower, took out the previous week low, then found support inside the fair value gap from the weekly time frame and went where? Previous week high. Previous week high. Yeah, let's head down to the 1-hour time frame and see what the dollar did for the week. So this is the dollar for the 1-hour time frame. As you can see, week 3 FOMC, this FOMC day. So I wasn't doing anything on Monday, I wasn't doing anything on Tuesday. I was watching Wednesday to help me, to give me a narrative for Thursday and Friday. As you can see, Wednesday opened up, traded higher, took out Monday's high, traded lower, found support inside the upper half of the fair value gap from the weekly time frame. What are the rules of fair value gaps here? When bullish, you want to see price using the upper half as support to go higher. When bearish, you want to see price use the lower half to go lower. Yeah, oh man, so this is the 1-hour time frame for the dollar. As you can see, the dollar was bullish from Wednesday to Friday, taking out what previous day's highs as target for liquidity. Previous day's highs was taken, Monday's highs was taken, Tuesday's highs was taken, Wednesday's highs was taken, Thursday's highs was taken. Then price fell down on Friday, found support in the 1-hour fair value gap, then traded higher and then closed the week. So the low of the week was put in on Tuesday, then the high of the week was put in on Friday. Yeah. So what am I expecting for the new week? I think I've gone about that. I want to see price use this fair value gap as support to go higher. Yeah. So this is the pound. So this is pound USD. If the dollar was bullish from Wednesday to Friday, you see the pound was bearish from Wednesday to Friday. Although this is pound, right? This is Monday, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, and this is Friday. So I wasn't looking at pound because pound wasn't really clear. It was choppy, going up and down. So I was looking for price to reprice into this fair value gap. So I'm still watching if we'll have the momentum to go lower and fill in this fair value gap once we open up on Monday. So I want to see pound either uses this fair value gap as support or uses it as what, as resistance to go lower, because there's another fair value gap right here. This candle's high and this candle's low. Now notice pound hasn't taken out November highs, but the dollar has taken out what? Its November lows. What does that say? It means the pound is weak. It means the pound is weak, or it means the pound is lagging behind. Let's head down to the 1 hour time frame and see what pound did for the week. So this is week 3 for pound. FOMC day. You can see what Monday did. Monday traded higher, takes out previous. Monday opens up, traded higher, takes out previous week high. What did Tuesday do? Tuesday went higher, takes out Monday's high. What did Wednesday do? FOMC day went higher, takes out Tuesday's high. And what did price do next? Price reverses from previous week high and started to go lower. Although this is previous week low on the pound could not reach the previous week low. Instead, it takes out what the previous week Friday's low was taken out. So as you can see, price using bearish fair value gaps as resistance to go lower. Price using bearish fair value gaps to go lower. So hence the dollar was bullish from Wednesday to Friday. You can see how the pound turns over on Thursday, then trades lower again on Friday. So what am I expecting on the pound? Same, still looking for price to go lower, take out this low and fill in this fair value gap, midpoint of it. So we'll see by Monday what price will do. So this is euro. You can see how euro was bearish from Wednesday to Friday. Euro candles stand out more than the pound, right? Let's take a look. Wi-Fi get on my nerves, bro. It's connected, yeah. So sorry for the, excuse me. So you can see the candles here, right? Which Which pair would you best position yourself for shorts, for sales? This one or pound? So preferably pound, preferably euro USD. Yeah. So what am I expecting for euro dollar? Still euro lower, this fair value gap from the daily time frame. I want to see how price reacts from this fair value gap. If we're going to use it as support to go higher, that'll be good. If I'm going to use it as what? As resistance to go lower. Okay. As you can see, this fair value gap right here, this candle's low and this candle's high. You can see how price uses it as what here? Support to go higher. And now when price was coming down again, it paid no attention to the fair value gap, right? Right here was using it as support, then here he traded through it. So that's why I use this. I don't know what color this is. But with this color on the fair value gap, means the fair value gap is either being traded through multiple times, making the fair value gap weak. Yeah. So for euro, lower prices. Gold. For the most part of the week, gold was buying. Then, hence the dollar gained strength from Wednesday to Friday. Then you can see how gold declined on what? On Thursday and Friday. With this fair value gap being filled, but look at the body of the candle closing above it, right? So I want to see what Monday will do if we're going to use this fair value gap as resistance to go lower on gold to fill in this huge fair value gap right here. That would be lovely. So come Monday, we'll see. Let's head down to the 1 hour time frame and see what gold did. So this is gold on the hourly time frame. You can see how gold traded lower, and I'm feeling the fair value gap from the daily time frame. This blue rectangular shaded area. Yeah, you can see how bearish fair value gaps were used by price to go lower. You can see the reaction of it. If you look at the bodies of the candle, all staying below, then the lower half was being used by price, right? Yeah. So for the most part, gold was buying. Monday, this is the previous week high. Monday traded through the previous week high. Tuesday continued buying. Wednesday continued buying. Had a turnaround on Thursday because of the dollar was being bullish. Then gold started to trade lower using bearish fair value gaps as resistance to go lower. Then the draw on price was the daily fair value gap that was annotated with this blue shaded area. You can see how price traded in, fills in the gap completely, then found support inside and traded above, traded higher from it, then closed the week. So that was on gold. What am I expecting on gold for the new week? I want to see how this fair value gap, how price will influence this fair value gap for the upcoming week, for the new week. So I'll be watching. If this high would hold gold, then we'll trade lower into this fair value gap, then go higher. So you can see how gold, boom, this is previous all-time high for gold, aggressively. It was lovely to see. Now Bitcoin Bitcoin has been lagging, bouncing off two fair value gaps. This is Monday, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, and this Friday. Remember how the dollar was being bullish from Wednesday to Thursday? You can see how it affected the Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a turnaround on Thursday, traded lower, then Friday traded lower. Monday, Bitcoin was finding it difficult to trade above this fair value gap on Monday. Tuesday the same thing. Wednesday traded higher, closed above this small fair value gap. Then Thursday traded lower, traded higher into this upper fair value gap. Then the midpoint of it was holding price. Look at the bodies of the candle. Look at the body of the candle, staying below. Then Friday traded lower. Could not go below Thursday's low. Traded through Thursday's low a bit, then traded higher. Then found support inside this fair value gap. So Bitcoin was just up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's go on to the 1 hour so you see it clearly. So this is Bitcoin on the 1 hour, on the hourly time frame. So you can see how Monday opened up, found support inside daily fair value gap, traded lower, lower again. Tuesday takes out Monday's low and another low right here, found support inside this fair value gap from the 4 hour time frame. Look at the reaction, bro. Then Bitcoin found support, then traded higher into where this fair value gap from the daily time frame. You can see how he turned around on Thursday, traded lower, Friday lower, takes out Thursday's low and just chopped around and closed. So this is Bitcoin. If we're going to go lower then go higher, that'll be good. So this will be the new previous week high and the new previous week low. So you can see the range, right? So that's about that on Bitcoin. What am I expecting for the new week? I'm neutral on Bitcoin, as there's no directional play yet on Bitcoin. If I want to go higher, I want to see some green candles, not green, black, green, black, green, black. Nah, something like this, pure greens up. God damn. So that's about that on Bitcoin. I think this will be a short one. Oh my god. So let's head down to the dollar and recap on everything. The dollar, huge ass fair value gap, attracting price. Same thing here on the pound. Euro, same thing on euro. Gold, Bitcoin. No idea on Bitcoin. So thank you for your time. Like and subscribe and share. Thank you.